So these are the bowling lanes that I spoke about. Another reason why I love this unit for this particular job is this surface needs to be ready to walk on right away. So when you're using the squeegees, when you got the squeegee action going, it's going to suck up all that water, and it's going to be safe to walk on immediately. You don't want anybody to slip and fall because bad things happen. They can sue you for everything you got. I mean, if you have anything left. I don't have anything. Linda took it. I have nothing. All right, well, enough about me. Let's go ahead and get started. My assistant Justin's going to show you how it's done.
So to get started, first thing you're going to have to do is fill your solution tank. Our cleaner recommends a 1% dilution, but after we busted out the old calculator, we found that to be 1.5 pumps. Now later, we also found that 2 to 3 pumps will create a foamier solution that really does a better job powering through all the ickiness. So I would recommend whatever the cleaner says, going maybe a little bit higher than that, so you get a nice foamy solution down on the surface. It's really going to help you power through all that yucky ickiness. Alright, now that your solution is pumped in, you can go ahead and fill your solution tank. Of course, we're using hot water here, and if that needed to be said to you, you should go back and review my floor scrubbing for dummies video, as you're clearly in over your head. Now, once your solution tank is reattached to your recovery tank, you are ready to start scrubbing. So you're going to turn your unit on by using the power toggle switch. This will engage the brush and the vacuum. After that, you're going to turn your solution on with the toggle switch right next to that. Now this is where I get a little wild, and I use the machine in a slightly different way than intended. I'm actually going to lift the squeegees and let the solution run. I know you may be thinking that's crazy, but I found you cannot get a good clean with the squeegees down. Trust me on this. Now that the solution is running and your squeegees are up, you can begin. So let's go ahead and start at the back of the lane, right where the pins drop. This is where the awesome flexibility of this unit is going to come into play. Using your tilt lever, you'll be able to go right under the masking panel. It's an absolute thing of beauty. Now during this time, your solution should be on. You can leave your solution running until you get a good amount of it onto the lane. I'd say anywhere between 10 and 30 seconds will give you enough solution to effectively work your way down the lane. Once you've got your solution down, go ahead and use the toggle switch to turn it off. From here, you should have enough solution to make it halfway down the lane, but if you feel you're not getting a good enough clean, or the lane is too dry, feel free to flip your solution back on for a few seconds. Work your way backwards down the lane, moving your unit backwards and forwards over any spots that have tougher, more ground-in stains multiple times. If you go over it a few times, you'll see it kind of dissipate, and if it doesn't go away completely, it'll be alright. When we go back over it with the squeegee, you'll see that it'll come right up. Now typically I'll turn my solution back on as I reach the front part of the lane where the bowlers approach. These areas get really nasty as there are no required bowling shoes for miniature bowling. You can go on there barefoot if you really want to, which to me is nothing short of pure evil. Pure, disgusting evil. Now this entire time we've been scrubbing, we've had our squeegees up. Again, you might think this is crazy, but this is why they call me the flooring guru, okay? Once you've reached the front of the lane, and you've hit all the necessary surfaces, you can put your squeegees back down and suck up all of the solution left on the lanes. Now this works well for ground-in stains, as you're giving the solution a chance to break up the yucky stuff and be collected by the unit when you come back over it with the squeegees down. From here, you'll work your way back up the lane with the squeegees down, making sure your surface is nice and dry before allowing any guests to play. Now the unit might leave behind some residual moisture or some small puddles. I'll usually just stick a rag in my back pocket to use for cleaning up any leftover water. I'm currently working on a rag holster design, but I haven't reached the first stages of production yet. Once you've worked your way back down the lane, it's just rinse and repeat until you finish them all.
Alright, so here we have a very minor floor stain. It's something that's probably going to be a bigger problem later if we don't take care of it now. Appears to be like chocolate sauce or definitely chocolate sauce. It's hard to get out of carpets. So what we're going to do here is we're going to swap out the parts on this unit here. We'll just go ahead and pull. Just going to go ahead and pull these out. Okay. We're going to replace them with our plastic ones. First, I'm going to grab the microfiber brush out. We'll replace it with our blue carpet brush. Pop that in there. And smoothly that time. Okay. We're going to put this back in. There's the audible click that we talked about. So that's on there. And there we go. Now we're ready to go. We're ready to use.
When lifting a stain out of carpet, it's important to use plenty of hot water. I don't use solution as it tends to stay behind in the carpet no matter how many times you pass over it. The key here is extraction. Similar to the bowling lanes, I let the hot water cycle on the stain for 10 to 30 seconds depending on the size. Move the unit back and forth over the stain and let the bristles do their job. Turn the squeegees back on and suck the water out of the carpet. You may need to repeat this process a couple of times to get a stubborn stain out. Now the last point I want to touch on is proper maintenance. I know we've gone over this already, but it's a really key point. It's extremely important to establish a routine. Those of you who have followed this channel for a while know my father had things he would say to me all the time, like a penny saved is a penny earned, no substitute for hard work, you're a giant disappointment to this family. But one thing in particular really stands out in this situation. If you take care of your tools, they will take care of you. If you take good care of this unit, it will run like a dream for years to come. At the end of the day, this is just a tool. Though it is a marvelous tool, it needs to be properly maintained.
Well, all right, that about covers everything that I can think of for today. You guys should be ready to just go right out and use this machine. It should be all ready to go. But of course, if I forgot anything, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. Kip Casper, the flooring guru. You guys know I always respond. That's just how I do things. It's how I roll. So, just keep tuning in to all the videos. I really appreciate you guys. And next week we got a doozy for you. It's called Blood or Barbecue Sauce, a mystery stain.